Hi everyone, my name is Kauthar and I'm Nigeria's crochet queen. My aim is to teach crocheters how to make original crochet pieces that they can sell at a premium, and I do that by sharing crochet stitch tutorials on my channel so that whenever you want to make a crochet piece, you can come to my channel and look for a very nice stitch you can use for your project instead of using what every other person is using. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to work this beautiful textured stitch that you can see here. It is so beautiful, it looks intricate, but it's really easy to work. Just a 2-row repeat and it's going to give you this lovely finish when you're done. Before we get into the video, I do have a free masterclass that you can watch if you want to learn how to crochet any piece without following any pattern. Perhaps you have a picture in your head that you want to bring to life, but because it's something you're thinking about in your head, there's really no pattern anywhere that you can follow. This masterclass is going to teach you the exact steps to take if you want to be able to crochet anything from your head without following any pattern. So click the link in the description box below to access this masterclass. It's totally free and I'm very sure that you'll find it really helpful. All that being said, let's just get on into today's video. To work this stitch, our chain needs to be a multiple of 6 plus 2, and so I'm just going to begin by chaining 20. You know, 18 is a multiple of 6 and then we add 2 to that. That is how I arrived at 20. 1 2 3 18 19 20. I have 20 chains now. Then I'm going to add 1 which serves as the turning chain. Now that I have this, the first row is just single crochets, so I'm going to work a single crochet in the second chain from the hook, and I just turn my chain slightly to the back so that I can work in that back bump. So I put my hook into that second chain from the hook and I do a single crochet. I do a single crochet in the next chain, single crochet in each chain till I get to the end of the row. I'm done with row 1. When you're done with your row 1, you should have your multiple of 6 plus 2. I have 20 stitches here, and that is what you should also aim for your row 1. Your row 1 should be your multiple of 6 stitches plus 2. Now to begin row 2, that's where all the fun starts. We start with a chain of 7 and we turn the work. Next, you're going to skip the next 3 stitches. So skip 1 2 3. We're going to be working our next stitch into this fourth stitch. You know, we've already skipped 1 2 3. We're going to be working our next stitch here, and to do this stitch we're going to yarn over 5 times. 1 2 3 4 5. Then insert your hook into that stitch we want to work in, yarn over and pull up a loop. You should have 7 loops on your hook. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now we're going to yarn over, pull through 2, 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 yarn over, pull through 2. You yarn over, pull through 2 till you have just 1 loop left on your hook like this. We're going to repeat this stitch, so not to worry. This is all that we need to learn for this stitch. So begin by yarning over 5 times. We're going to work the next stitch in the very next stitch. We're going to work our next stitch in this next single crochet here. So begin by yarning over 5 times. 1 2 3 4 5. Now insert your hook into that next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. You should have 7 loops on your hook. Now yarn over, pull through 2, 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 yarn over, pull through 2. Now we have 2 of this. We're going to repeat it again a 3rd time in the very next stitch. Yarn over 5 times, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. So here is what we have now. We have 3 of this. We have 3 of these stitches, and this is our beginning chain. This is the same stitch we are going to be working all across the project, so we're just going to be working this stitch and single crochets. Now that I've finished these 3 stitches, I'm going to come back to work in these 3 stitches that we skipped, this 1 2 3, and to do that I am going to yarn over 5 times, 1 2 3 4 5, and now I insert my hook into the first skipped stitch, this one here. I'm going to insert my hook in there, I yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 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 yarn over, pull through 2. I'm going to do the same thing in the next 2 skipped stitches, 1 2. So I yarn over 5 times, I insert my hook into the next skipped stitch, which is this one here, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We have one last skipped stitch which is here. So yarn over 5 times, insert your hook into the last skipped stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 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 pull through 2. Alright, so we're done with this first set. You should have this. The second set of stitches should be resting diagonally on the first set of stitches. This is what it should look like, and we're going to go again and repeat this entire sequence till we get to the end of the row. I'm going to do one more sequence with you so you can get a better picture. To begin, we are going to skip the next 3 single crochets. So 1 2 3, we skip this and we begin from this next stitch. So yarn over 5 times, insert your hook into the stitch after the 3 that we are skipping, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You keep pulling through 2 until you have 1 loop left on your hook, and we go again into the very next stitch, yarn over 5 times, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 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 pull through 2. We go again in the third stitch, which is the very next stitch here, yarn over 5 times, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 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 pull through 2. So we have this now, and the next thing is to actually go back and work into the 3 single crochet stitches that we skipped. So I'm going to yarn over 5 times, insert your hook into the first skipped stitch, which is this one here. I'm going to insert my hook in there, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 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 pull through 2. I'm going to do the same thing for the next 2 skipped stitches, 1 2 1 2. Yarn over 5 times, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 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 and I go into the very last skipped stitch here, yarn over 5 times, insert your hook into that stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. And we have a second set. You can see that this is a very nice textured stitch. So I'm going to go finish up. I skip the next 3 single crochets, I work the stitches in the next 3, then I come back to work my skip stitch, basically the same thing I did for the second motif, and I'll meet you back up. You should have 1 stitch left when you finish working this motif, so I'll meet you when I have just 1 stitch left. Okay, you can see here I'm done with the third repeat, and I have just one stitch left here. You can see, and for this one we're going to just work a stitch by yarning over 4 times this time around, not 5. 1 2 3 4, and we insert our hook into that last single crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay, and our row 1 is complete. This is actually a very easy stitch because it has just a 2-row repeat. To go to row 3, we're just going to do a single crochet across. So begin by chaining 1 and then turn your work, single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet in the next, single crochet in the next. Just do a single crochet in all the stitches till you get to the end of the row. Don't forget to do your last single crochet on top of the chain at the beginning of the previous row, the last single crochet there. And with this we have come to the end of row 3. So we are actually just going to be repeating row 2 and row 3 till we get to the length that we want for this project. So you can rewind to see what I did in row 2. That's the same exact thing we are going to be doing in row 4, and then when you're done you repeat row 3, which is single crochet all across. And yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to meet you back up when I work a couple of rows so you see how this works up. So this is what this looks like done. You can see I have only done 3 rows, 3 major rows of this stitch. In total I have 9 rows. This is a very quick stitch to work because it is tall. Your projects will finish quickly. It's a very tall stitch, as you would have noticed. Look how big this is, and this is just 9 rows. I cannot even imagine if it was 9 rows of double crochet or 9 rows of single crochet. You know how short that would be. So this will make for a quick project. You can use tops. I think that it's cool for summer pieces or even autumn, but definitely not winter, because you can see that the stitch has holes, you know. And whatever you make, if you make a crochet piece of clothing with this, you might need to wear something underneath if you don't want your body showing through. But I think it's a lovely stitch. I think it's a lovely stitch that even beginners can work. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, definitely leave it in the comment section down below, and don't forget to check out my free masterclass if you want to learn how to use this stitch to create any crochet piece. You know, there's no pattern, you just want to use this stitch maybe to create a top, create a skirt, create a jacket. Just watch that masterclass and you're going to see the steps to take to be able to crochet that piece of your choice without looking for any pattern to follow. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.